Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. This is the press conference for the USA-France quarterfinal. USA winning at 94-72. We're joined by Sandrine Gruda and Valerie Garnier. Sandrine, could you please offer us a thought on the game?
A thought.
Or thoughts?
Something, difficult to say. It was a tough game for us. They came out very great tonight, and we just couldn't stop them at one point. I don't really know what to say.
Okay, thank you. Valerie?
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Valerie.
Yes, it's difficult to play with against Team USA and against Team USA with Greener. D'accord? This team score at 17.1%, so it's very difficult. But I am proud of my player because they try to fight and try to play, but Team USA is stronger.
Do we have any questions for Coach Garnier? Or, yes, Lee from fullcourt.com.
Coach, in Paris, you not only beat the United States, but you out-rebounded them significantly, which doesn't happen very often. What would you say are the 2 or 3 major factors that were different in this game that led to the different result?
First of all, Greener. Greener is here and wasn't in Paris, and it's a great difference for us because it's difficult to defend against her. Voilà, after it's not it's also difficult because they score a lot. We try to defend, but the success in each shoot, so it's difficult.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? Please, over here.
Mike Flynn, Blue Star. Wanted to ask, what did you think was more impressive from Griner or more disruptive, the offense or the defense of Griner?
I think the offense. Voilà. The offense, because when she is under the basket, it's impossible to defend. And if we want to trap her, after pass outside and the other score 3 points, so it's difficult. It's a true fixation point under the basket.
Any more questions? Lee? Okay. Yep, right here.
From Sandrine, you have both the height inside and enormous range. Could you describe what it was like to match up against Griner?
I didn't play against her. I wasn't playing defense against her.
Yeah, but she was sometimes playing defense on you, right?
Not that I know of. Okay. But I play against her many times, so she's tall. So, that's her biggest advantage. Tall and strong.
Okay, any more questions? All right, thanks very much, Sandrine.
Thank you.
Coach Garnier. Everybody, this is the U.S. portion of the press conference. USA winning 94-72. We're joined by Maya Moore and Coach Gino Auriemma. And Ms. Moore, if you could please offer a comment on tonight's game.
Yeah, sure. I thought we came out with an awesome mindset. Defensively first, just wanting to set the tone, and then offensively, just being aggressive, getting the ball inside. I thought Brittany did a great job for us, just being tough, finishing around the rim, getting to the free throw line. Our ball movement, going high-low. Our post players did a great job finding each other. And then when we got those stops, we were running, and that's when we're at our best. It's really fun when we get out and run, and the way we moved the ball for the most part was, one of the better games for us, I think, just with the assists that we had. So, France is a tough team. They're physical, they run, and we tried to slow their pressure down a little bit by picking them up full court, just slowing them down a bit. But I thought overall our connectedness was as good as it's been in a while to slow them down. So.
Thank you very much, Maya. Coach Auriemma?
Yeah, I think Maya hit it on the head there. When you come out and shoot the ball the way we shot it in the first half, it's kind of difficult for the other team to kind of keep pace. We just have so many good offensive players, and they're a very physical team, and they're a very good defensive team, and they rely on their defense to keep them in games. But the way we started the game and the way Tina and Brittany kind of just set the tone, early on, we were able to get them established in the lane, and then we just played off of that. And we have a really good group. The first group is really solid. They've played together a lot, and the second group comes in, and I think that's where we have an advantage. When we sub and they sub, we feel like we have an advantage, and that second group was great. So overall, like Maya said, we beat a really good team tonight, and we're looking forward to tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach. If there's a question, can you please raise your hand and identify yourself? You in the white shirt. Doug Feinberg of the Associated Press.
Coach, just talk a second about tomorrow. You're playing a team that obviously you're very familiar with in Australia, and just what the challenges will be against them tomorrow in the semifinals.
Yeah, obviously the U.S. and Australia have a history. It used to be, where Russia was, the team that everyone felt like, if you're the U.S., you have to be. And I think Australia has come so far in the last two Olympics, and since 2000 probably, since the Olympics were in Sydney. And it's a shame that they lost their big kid. It seems like the tables have been reversed. They lost Liz and we added Brittany. I thought it was going to be a great matchup between the two of them, but they've changed as a team pretty quickly. When we saw them right after Liz got hurt, and they didn't look so good in France. And now you watch them in every game; they're getting better and better and better. And guys that were just maybe, kind of role players before Liz got hurt are really playing and really doing a lot. You're in the semifinals of the World Championship, so it's supposed to be a really hard game, and it's going to be.
Do we have any more questions? Right here, LeeFullcourt.com.
Coach, obviously this is a much more favorable outcome than when you played France and Paris. Mm-hmm. I asked the French coach what she would attribute that to, and she said Brittany Griner. But it seemed to me that everybody was playing better. Could you describe from your perspective what you thought was different about this game that led to the better outcome for USA?
I would say Brittany Griner. Brittany changes games, obviously, but our entire team played much better than we played in Paris. in Paris, we were still trying to find out who was going home, who was staying. We were still trying to put our team together. And we really didn't get a lot of really good offensive production, you know, and we knew why. I mean, we knew we were going to fix it. But sometimes, you know, games like that happen, and you can either, you know, use it as a bad motivator for your team, or you can use it as a good one. And we watched film of that game, and every one of our players knew exactly what, you know, what we were trying to do that game and what we were going to try to do tonight. And you know, there was never any lingering effects of that loss at all. We knew they were a good team before we played them in Paris, and we knew they were going to be good tonight.
I'm going to go back to Doug Feinberg of the Associated Press.
This is actually for both Maya and Coach. I don't know if you heard, but Catchings announced today she was going to be retiring after the 2016 Olympics. I know, Maya, you obviously have looked up to her for a while and played with her in the last couple international tournaments. Just what has she meant to you, to women's basketball and coached? I mean, same thing, you've played against, coached against her and seen and coached her, just what she means to women's basketball.
Well, I don't know if this press conference is enough time to really capture that. Goodness, I mean, there's so many aspects to Tamika that we could talk about. Not only the basketball player that she is, but the person, the teammate, the mentor, what she does in the community, the way she represents and has represented, you know, for you know, especially the U.S. for so many years. She's been a great role model and a great leader of what it looks like to have a successful professional basketball career. Just the way she's relentless on both ends of the floor. I think she would define that for our league's history of someone who's been so effective, not only as an offensive player, but as a defensive player. And that's really, really hard to do in the best league in the world. So she's something I aspire to be like, as far as, you know, being so tough on both sides of the ball, and you know, such a great teammate and leader for her squad. I think, you know, all of her teammates who've ever played with her will tell you that. And the game has definitely been changed by her. She raised the bar. So you know, definitely missed her here for this World Championship, but hopefully we'll get another chance to play with her soon.
Yeah, I mean, there really isn't a whole lot more that I could add to what Maya said. And from a coaching standpoint, you know, all you want is for your players to compete, you know, every single possession, to come in and prepare, you know, like they're going to play great, and then demand that of themselves. And I've been fortunate enough to coach a couple of players like that, one of them sitting right here, that, you know, their competitive spirit is just so great that it's hard to match. And when you have somebody like Tamika that's been doing it for such a long time, you know, Sue is the oldest player that we have on our team, and Tamika's older than Sue. And to be able to do it for that long and be consistently good for that long is, again, it's a real testament to her character and who she is.
Any other questions for Coach Auriemma or Maya Moore? Okay. You want one more? Okay, I'll make this the last question. Oh, no. Okay.
No, I said after that question, no.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, Coach. Thanks,
All right.
Maya.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.